Hello and welcome to a brand new show. It's called the Toyow Show, Demystifying New Age Assets. It's brought to you by the good people at Toyow, Toyow. Over the course of the next month and a half, you're going to find out some exciting stuff that you didn't know about. Some of it you thought you knew about. But all of it, nothing less than exhilarating. Co-founder and CEO of Toyow joins me. He's Surajit Chanda. Surojit, great to have you here. How are you?
I'm good, Hrishi. Thank you. Thank you for having me here.
Pleasure. I want to start with the obvious. What inspired the creation of Toyow, and how does it stand out in the digital asset space?
So Toyow stands for Tokenize Your World. Toyow is world's first multi-category tokenized asset marketplace wherein we are fundamentally trying to democratize the asset ownership. Wherein the owners on the buy side, the asset owners not only get to have returns from whatever they own, but they also have an immersive ownership experience by being part of exclusive community of those assets. From the seller side, which is fundamentally the asset owners or creators, they get access to an alternate market, again, which is community driven. So in short, there is something for everyone here. So I'll explain going forward how that works, but this is what fundamentally what we are trying to do at Toyow.
Well, I tell you what really appealed to me the first time that I met Surojit off the camera. He was talking about creators and how Toyow allows creators to find new ways to monetize their creativity and reach out to global audiences. And I think that is something that you will really enjoy if you're watching us or you're listening to us. We're of course coming to you absolutely live, 94.3 RadioOne on the FM band in audio form, and you can find the entire episode uploaded on the RadioOne International YouTube channel. Surajit, the concept of digital asset ownership on Toyow and its significance, it's not the run-of-the-mill regular digital asset ownership that we're talking about.
Right. There are quite a few platforms who provide individual category-wise, which is with using the power of blockchain. People are tokenizing and providing asset ownership around the world. There's a lot of work which is basically fundamentally called real-world assets being tokenized. However, the difference that what we are trying to do is one, that we are the only platform in the world which is providing different category assets. So we are starting with 4 categories: music, movies, art, and classic cars. And then we will add different asset categories going forward. And what it means that whenever a buyer comes on our platform, he or she has access to not only a particular category that they would love to, but they have the opportunity to explore other categories as well. And for the seller side, which is the creative community, they are not only getting access to a particular set of people who are specifically probably their fans, but they have a broader section of the global community who would coming on the platform looking for different asset classes for different reasons. You could invest in that, you could get, your motive could be returns, but then on top of that, every category has very, very deep engagement model that we have, which is basically sort of fundamentally created as a community concept. That's very special about Toyow.
I love the fact that there are fans and there are creators.
Right.
And what Toyow is really trying to do is bridge that gap between fans and creators.
Absolutely.
Because it's not just about possession. Ownership itself, Surojit, and I'm sure you'll agree with me, is not just about possession.
Absolutely.
But active participation.
Yes.
Meaningful engagement.
Absolutely.
With what you've invested in. And
right.
I think that approach sets Toyow apart in the digital asset space, making it a platform where every asset holder truly feels like a valued and integral part of the asset that they love.
Right.
Now, you talked about, the diverse assets that you have.
Right.
How do you ensure the authenticity and security of digital transactions?
So in terms of authenticity, we partner with creators or asset owners who we verify before partnering. And the projects that we have are actually marquee projects. We have, in the movie category, we have a couple of large projects being dropped. One is from Hollywood, from an acclaimed whole director and production team. In Bollywood, we have an acclaimed director and with the award-winning actor and a production team. In the music segment, we have got one of the biggest artists in the country, who is partnering with us to drop a fresh set of creation on the platform, and so on with classic cars and with art projects as well. So that we are very clear that, and we, whenever we partner with someone, we make sure that the quality of the project is that's from an authenticity point of view. As far as the security is concerned, we have got our infrastructure and the security parameters that we have created is extremely robust. We have worked on it for more than 18 months, and we are fairly confident is about the robust security measures that we have on the platform. On top of that, we added to all the guidelines, regulatory guidelines. Our platform is KYC enabled, so we actually know who all are transacting on the platform, and trust and transparency are the core on our platform.
Now, you did mention some unique experiences and also rewards.
Yes.
I want to now get into the skin of that. What kind of unique experiences and rewards does Toyow offer to its digital asset token holders? If it's performance-based profit sharing, and if it's secondary trading, and if there are those exclusive opportunities, we'd like to know about them.
Absolutely. So it's the fun part is that it's not only, like you mentioned, it's not only about having an ownership and sort of getting something. So there are multi-layered approach that we have against each of these assets. One, of course, is performance-based, giving returns, the reward points, which the owner can, asset owner can get, the token holders can get. Along that, sharing is based on the performance of that particular asset in the real world. So music does well, the royalty being generated, being passed on to the large part of that goes back to the token holders. A movie does well, same happens with that. A large part of the profit goes back to the token holders, and similarly for the category of art and so forth, whatever that you're going to add. So obviously it is primary motive what people may have is basically is being taken care of, but the fun part starts there. There is a secondary trading option as well, which will open up later after the asset is matured and it's there. So there people can actually, that's where based on that asset performance, there could be someone may like to book profit and trade it in the secondary marketplace. That is going to be available. Then of course the third part is where the passion and particular interest of an individual in that particular segment comes into, wherein exclusive opportunities like suppose you own a piece of music from an artist, you could get a certain amount of collectible from signed by that artist. You could get exclusive opportunity to participate or be there in an event, backstage interaction, etc., etc. And not only that, we would also be having certain amount of talent hunts through those token drops, wherein we will allow new creators to participate in them and then will be launched on the platform again.
Wonderful. Well, time to wind down today's show. When we come back next week, Surajit Chanda is going to tell us about how Toyow balances the interests of artists, creators, and asset buyers. Till then, keep listening to our promotions that will play through the week. And of course, check out our video on the RadioOne International YouTube channel. The Toyow Show, Demystifying New Age Assets, shall return next Wednesday, 8:30 p.m. with me, Hrishi. Surajit Chanda, co-founder, CEO of Toyow. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Hrishi.
I look forward to seeing you next week.
Yes.
94.3 Radio 1.